Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Core Class Soundwave from Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy. So kind of a little Legends class Soundwave, but they've been doing a lot of these recently and I've actually been really enjoying all of them. Card art here I think looks really great. You have Soundwave ejecting Laserbeak. He does come with a little Laserbeak inside, which is pretty cool. Take a look on the back, you can see it featured here. Obviously, you have the boombox mode, you have the robot mode, both look really great. I don't think Laserbeak transforms. I think it's just kind of an accessory, but still very, very neat. So I'm really excited for this guy. Let's go ahead, let's get him out of the packaging here, and let's take a closer look. So here is Soundwave out of the packaging, and honestly, he's pretty fantastic. They did a really nice job with this. Head sculpt looks great, really nicely painted. You have a nice Decepticon symbol there on the front, nice gold paint here. He has the little eject button here. He can't quite get up to reach it, unfortunately, just because of the way he, bends, but that's about as close as you can get. He's got a ball joint in the shoulder. He's got a hinge here for the transformation, but you can utilize that for articulation if you'd like. Simple ball joint in the elbow. Nothing in the wrist. They kind of fold back into the forearm for transformation. Nothing in the waist. You have a ball joint here in the hip. You do have a thigh swivel. You can actually bend both ways at the knee. And then you have a very limited ball joint down here in the ankle. So you can really do front to back because that's for the transformation. Side to side, he doesn't really have any ankle tilt. But he still looks great. You can go ahead and open up his chest. And he does have a tiny little laser beak inside. Very nicely painted. Again, does not transform, just a hunk of plastic. But, I appreciate the effort. There's really no way they would do a super tiny transformable Laserbeak at this size class and this price point, but still, it's awesome that they just included the little Laserbeak in there. Really nice paint here as well on the shoulders. So just all in all, I mean, even down here for the radio buttons or boombox buttons, whatever you want to call them, really nice paint applications. I mean, for a $10 figure, he's really, really nicely detailed and painted. I mean, I'm really impressed with him. Very, very cool. He does come with two accessories. He has his little battery weapons. So you can go ahead and put this one, peg it there on his shoulder. I think that's about as far down as it goes. But even that has little red paint, which is very cool. And then, of course, he does have the gun as well, which is also very nicely painted. So he's fantastic. I really can't get over how good he looks. I mean, for this size class and for this price point, they really just crushed it. They did such a good job. He looks absolutely fantastic. And real quick, we got to do a group shot here with Megatron and Starscream. Our G1 core class roster is filling out pretty nicely. So just wanted to show the three of them all together. Very, very cool. But let's go ahead, let's get into Soundwave's transformation. Transformation is actually really simple. I've gone ahead and removed the two accessories. You just spin the head around on the ball joint. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the head is on a ball joint, so you can get some back and forth movement, certainly a little bit of rocking side to side, and you can certainly look whichever way you would like. So that spins around and then just folds into the body like so. It does have a little tab that you can grab with your nail to get it back out, which is nice. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and just fold the fists into the forearms. They just fold backwards, and then this just rotates back. Now you can see that there's a little tab spot there on the forearm, and there's a little tab right there, so that just pegs in very simply, like so. And at this point, you're going to rotate the legs outward at that thigh swivel, and then you're just going to bring this up, and you can see there's a tab here, and there's a little tab spot right there, and that's just going to tab in. So pretty much exactly as you would expect, very similar to the original G1 toy as far as transformation goes. And then you can leave these up if you want, or you can fold them down. The official directions say to fold them down. I think it's a choice, whichever you think looks better. I kind of like them a little bit more like that, just because it makes it seem more flush with everything than just having the toes kind of stick out. But again, this is the official transformation. And then the nice thing is there's actually two peg holes on the back, so you can store his weapons, which I think is really, really nice. That was one thing I always loved about the original toy, because he was a little tape deck. He had a section here that was like the battery compartment, and you took the battery compartment cover off, and the two little weapons, which are supposed to be batteries, would fit inside the battery compartment, and then you would put the cover back on, and that was weapons storage when he was in tape deck mode. And I always thought that was such a really cool idea, and something that they haven't quite replicated, with the newer molds, but they usually have a way to kind of at least store these on the back. So at least you have storage for them so you won't lose them if you want to display him in the tape deck mode. And then again, you can still 100% still pop out Laserbeak in this mode as well. So really very cool, very effective, very simple, but very effective. And he looks great in this mode as well. Not as much paint comes through, but you have all the silver here, which really looks nice. And that gold trim and the Decepticon symbol really pop. So absolutely love this little guy. So I absolutely love Soundwave. If you can find him, I definitely recommend picking him up. I know he's kind of been the hardest one to find this wave, and I think it's just because of his mass appeal and because it's such a fun little figure, but definitely keep trying. I got this one from Amazon. I've seen him on Amazon, GameStop, Best Buy. He might have even come and gone. Check in store. He'll be around. I think eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets reissued in a later wave as well because people want him. But when they first started doing these G1 core class figures, I thought to myself, G1 again, do we really need this? I'm just going to stick to Rat Trap and the other, new characters. But then I thought about it. First of all, I was completely changed because they've done such a great job with these releases and they're so, cheap and affordable. But maybe this is the way they continue on with G1. I mean, we've had 2 War for Cybertron trilogies. We've really done G1 to death. Maybe this is the way you keep G1 in the marketplace while still focusing on, the later series that people are also looking for new figures of. Have your main line be Beast Wars, Unicron Trilogy, Prime, etc., etc. And then just keep doing G1 all over again in this Legends class or Core class scale. I would buy everyone they make. If they want to do the entire G1, Season 1, Season 2 roster, I mean, maybe not get into the combiners and everything, but hey, maybe. I'm interested. Let's see what you got. But give us an Ironhide, give us a Prowl, give us a Jazz, give us... The other Seekers should be easy repaints at this point. Give us little reflectors. I don't know. These little figures are so fun and quick and easy to transform back and forth, and to build a little army of them at an affordable price, I think is a genius idea. Plus, if you have the larger base Transformers, the Titan class, you have your Arc, you have your Metroplex, Fortress Maximus, Trypticon, these guys would scale great with those. So I think this is a smart idea. Give us a whole line of core class G1 characters. It lets you recycle them again and have G1 never really leave the marketplace. But at the same time, they're in a great scale with all your Titan class City Formers, and it would just be a really fun display and play pattern, and I think it's a really great idea. I'm hoping they keep these going. I can't imagine they're not selling well, because like I said, no one can find Soundwave right now, so fingers crossed they keep going. But I would love them to just give us more Autobots besides, just Bumblebee and Optimus. I mean, at this point, we've had Bumblebee. Bumblebee technically was part of that Buzzworthy line, but I kind of fit him in because he kind of scales with them. So we've had Optimus, we've had Megatron, we've had Soundwave, we've had Starscream. I'm assuming Grimlock is next because he's kind of rounding out their evergreen roster that they always go to. But, Hasbro, don't be afraid. Give us a Prowl, give us an Ironhide, give us a Ratchet, all the repaints you can do from them. Give us a Jazz, who else was really Season 1 Decepticons? Like I said, maybe Reflector. I'm probably missing someone major, but in any case, keep it going. I'm having a ton of fun with them. This guy's great. I can't recommend him enough. The paint applications, the articulation, the little Laserbeak accessory, all for $10 is a slam dunk, and I think this guy is amazing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.